I think we're okay. Hopefully. The lives, I've been gone for 2 weeks. Was it weird that I that I was gone? I feel like, oh my gosh, I was I was out of the rhythm. I'm on a different time zone right now, and we're gonna do this. It's gonna be really fun tonight. So we're gonna wait for everybody to come on and do a really beautiful fall look. So I wanted to just kind of, maybe I should reintroduce myself to everybody since I've been gone for a bit. It was really a nice break to take off. We haven't taken off in so long for like a proper vacation holiday. And to go away for my 50th was just really exciting. So it all came together a little stressful before leaving because we were going for, I think, 11 days. So there was a lot of preparation before we left, working on some big projects. And, it's funny because we were told by one of the ladies we met in our cooking class that we weren't really on holiday. We were, no, that's not what she said. She said that we weren't on vacation. We were traveling, like, because we were somewhere, we had like this big schedule. So it wasn't like we were just laying around all day. So it was really interesting. Lots of fun to see Italy and all of the different places. I'm going to do a recap on it on my YouTube about my whole experience on the Ritz-Carlton yacht. Frenchies are acting up if you hear them. Very excited that we're back. And I had some really nice cards that came to the studio. One came, I just got it today. I know that it says that this woman is a live watcher. So this is Anne-Marie Carter. Thank you so much for your beautiful card that you sent. So let's see where everybody's coming in from. Gina, you're coming in from Pennsylvania. We have Stacy from, thank you for a happy birthday. I don't know where you're from. To Stacy, Mary from Indiana. Miss Me, thank you so much. Linda from Canada. We actually met a lot of Canadians when we were on our trip. Thank you, Linda from Delaware. Cheryl from Naples. Gail from San Diego. Cheryl just got back from Italy. We were there for 2 weeks. Wow. It's amazing. Julie from Colorado Springs. Pat from Hawaii. Oh my gosh, this is so exciting. When I start seeing, like, when we're getting further and further away. Susan's from Mississippi. Heather from Tucson. Lucy from, I think I saw it, Kansas. Alabama, Roberta. Wonderful. I'm so happy that we have everyone from all over coming to, really educate yourself when it comes to makeup, when it comes to just mature skin, mature placement, technique, etc. These classes are really for you to just really feel confident. And it doesn't matter what makeup you're using or whatever skincare you're using. At least I want you to have takeaways that you really have the knowledge. That's the idea of my lives for you. Let's see where everybody else is coming in from. Let me see. Anne-Marie. Let me make sure. So that is so crazy that it's so fun. I mean, I get your card and then I see you on a live. It's really nice. Thank you. Oh, you did. You got it from a woman-owned business, upstate New York. It's so full circle. Thank you so much. It's very sweet. I loved it. I love the dragonflies on it. I'll show everybody what it looks like. This is the card Anne-Marie gave me that came in today. It's beautiful. And she did say, and I mentioned this a lot. Where do I mention this? I think I mentioned a lot on Instagram stories, is that you did say in here that the art of writing letters and sending cards is becoming lost in this instant messaging / posting of today. And I totally agree. And that's why I love cards. I love handwritten letters. Our new generation does not know how to do cursive or read cursive. And I think it's really a lost art. And I have like a whole stationery. I did this for our wedding and everything, but I have like the metal little stampers, it has like your initial, and then I would literally like light a match or a really igniter and then do the wax and then like let it drip and then you stamp it. I mean, I'm like really into it. So I love those details. I think that they're really great. I love cards. So I really do appreciate this. I do think that people should keep writing letters and putting their thoughts to someone on cards. I just think it's really special. I think it's not every day. I think it is kind of a lost art. And it's really wonderful that, it's funny because all my Fierce Aging ladies do write in, like when after they've been on the show and all their thank yous. And it's really special to see everybody's different cards and their different handwriting and everything. I just really think it's great. So I'm going to do a really fun fall look. I put on this, it's a vintage Gucci sweater that I got secondhand. And I thought when I put this on, I felt like, I always have to wear like a jacket. I don't know. I felt like a little naked here. So I found I bought this, I don't even know when. This is vintage, probably also from the 90s. I've kept it forever. It's like a little Coach scarf. And I thought this matched, really nicely with this. So I thought, you know what? Maybe I'll just put a little scarf around to kind of like, I can either use either side. Maybe I'll use this side. And then just kind of give it a little something. Why is that wanting to be? Okay, here we go. And then I can just tie it. It's like a twilly. It's a little short. My husband always says I look like a flight attendant when I do this. And I say, good. I like that look. I like it. I love a scarf. Do it any different way you want to. Wear it around. I mean, you can wear it. Like we could do it in the back if we wanted to do it like that. Put on a little jacket. I hope I don't lose my little ear thing. Got my hair cut today. So actually she didn't flat iron it, which was the first time. I was thrilled because my hair does not look good flat ironed. It just doesn't, but she does it because she has to cut it a certain way. So she'll flat iron it, but this is just blown out without flat ironing. I'm not the flat iron person. I mean, my hair does fine with it. It doesn't turn yellow because I don't ever do it, but it lays so much better because she didn't flat iron it. So let me just do this around so I don't look like I'm choking myself. It's just going to stay. Let's just crunch it down. You get the idea though, right? I'm giving you a little like extra, an extra like fashion statement. It really should be down here because this is what I want to kind of cover, but we're good. So let's start off with, I'm just going to take my creaseless Nicole. I designed these for you ladies, just so you'd have something to stick your hair back in if you didn't want to take it all back in one of like these little clips and things like that. You wanted something that was not going to crimp your hair. So we can just take it back like that. I washed my hair just now and I washed my hair. I didn't wash my hair. I washed my face. So I am feeling very dehydrated because of just the flight. It was 10 hours coming back, which I was little like surprised about. So I just washed my face so we could start off with starting off. You're going to have to change your skincare usually when we start getting into the colder months. So as a mature woman, you might find your skin more dry or wanting to give a heavier moisturizer at night. Maybe you've got to look into, you can't use the same skincare that you've done for the most part, maybe just one product when it comes to the moisturizer from the summer to going into the fall, winter. So that's something just to consider, because if you do deal with, your skin is really what I want you to invest in and think about, because that's when your makeup is going to look the best, is if your skin is moisturized, it's primed, you're working on it. Also, I have a different scent on today. I had this company sent this to me. It's called Mason Dieto. And this fragrance is called Rotondo. It's all based off of equestrian. It's very interesting. I took a deep dive over on TikTok about this. These influencers were like waxing poetic on this company. It was very interesting. I was like in a trance listening to them just talk about each individual scent. If you go on the website, you'll see it's all about her experiences with her horses. So it's quite interesting, especially when it comes to fragrance and describing it. It's almost like when you're describing wine or coffee and people, it's hints of almond and you're like, wait, what? Or fresh grass or fresh cut grass. So I picked this one out. This is actually about, I think it's a stallion. It was like a strong scent and I was like, that's me. Like that's what I want. It's very, very different. You know, I'm all about my rose. I bought this from Erin Lauder because I love the rose fragrance. This is the travel. And so basically they come out, you get two other ones. So I used this on the trip during the day. So this is the rose fragrance. I loved it because it was so easy. This is a magnetic top also. So I used that during the day. I wanted something light. I don't want anything too heavy. And then I brought my Louis Vuitton rose that I love. The evening one. It's the rose sable, I think it is. And nice and deep. So I brought the full size because I didn't do that when I was in New York and it really bummed me out. So I brought it this time. So here we go. Let's moisturize the face. I think that we're going a little bit crazy here with this scarf. It's kind of bothering me. Let me just fix it a second. I don't wear scarves like this, so I feel like I'm going to be out of touch with the vibe. Let's just put it down like this. It's a little short, but you know what? That's better. Getting all caught up into there. Stick it down there like that. That's really what I usually do, and then I put on a jacket over. So here we go. And I'm going to just, my hair is a little too clean for those. So I'm going to just stick it up like this. Not going anywhere. All right, great. Now we're back into the vibe. What I'm going to do is, I think that this is really something, if you're not, haven't used or you're not really familiar with, is doing essence to really hydrate the skin before you put on anything else. So I washed my face. My face has nothing on it right now. I bought the Darphin. This is a double essence. It's a replenishing treatment. It's a dual replenishing. So you can see it's like a biphase. You see at the top here, you have to shake it. And then I just put this in my hand and I put it on my skin to hydrate my skin before I put on a serum, the morning and night. I'm really loving this. And then Clé de Peau sent me theirs. This is their lotion essence, Hydro Softening Essence Lotion. I really love this one too. So I wanted to show you two different ones. This one obviously is going to be a little bit more of a higher price point, but I loved Darphin for so long. And I remember, I think it was like early 2000s that I started really, experimenting with their product and I wanted to go back. So I just put it in my hand like that. And then I put it on like this. It's so great. I think that you'll love it during the winter. And then I take it all the way down on my neck. So this is a really nice, depending on your skin, maybe you won't need to have a heavier serum, or you got to experiment when you're using a new product like this. But I really do like it. And you know what? When I ordered that, they give you all of those, you can pick out all these little samples that I took to Italy with me. So I was experimenting, but they're like the deluxe ones. So you really get to try them out. But this, because it has that biphase, I don't feel that I'm going to need anything else for tonight. Like my skin feels good. I don't want to overload it. So that's all I'm going to use. I have been finding great success. This is my second bottle for the double serum eye. It's really helped, which if you are a longtime follower on my YouTube channel, you know that I had like all of this redness. I had a lot of discoloration. I started using this in May and I really liked it. So I bought my second one. So I really enjoyed this as my double serum. So you can see it has the serum and then it has basically like more of a cream. So that's why I guess where we're getting the double. And then I just put it on just like this. Let me check over here if I can get on my Instagram to do live so I can see any questions that come up. One pump is enough. Actually, I kind of feel like it's a little too much. So I always at night will like go around my whole eye like this, but it is really nicely helped with that pigmentation. Let's see here a second. Let's go on. Let's see if I can find myself. Okay. All right, hold on. Vicky from Facebook wants to know if I use a special shampoo. I did an entire deep dive on YouTube for my latest hair products. And like I literally take you in the shower with me and I take you through the whole process, everything that I possibly could use. I show you all the products, but I do use a purple shampoo. I like the one from Phyto. It's called Phyto, Phyto USA. Oh, yeah, I see Vicky here. Vicky Townsend. I know you. special color shampoo, just the purple shampoo. That's what I use. And I use it like every third shampoo, depending on, what's going on. I mean, if it looks a little bit dull, a little bit more like yellow, then I'll do the mask also, but that's really it. All right. So this is what we're going to do. Prep the skin, feeling really nice. So there's a difference between having radiant skin and greasy skin. You really want to stay away from greasy looking skin. Now, I think a lot of women, especially mature women, get that confused because you want to have that hydration. You want to have that beautiful look to your skin. So it's a fine line between having too much of different formulas that are giving you more of that greasy look than a radiant look. You really want to just really have this beautiful skin, but not have it so you're putting on too many products and then you go to the makeup and then everything's slipping and sliding. So I think a lot of us have dealt with that before, and you really have to, I think it comes down to experimenting with products for your skin type. You can watch a million people on social. Everybody's going to tell you something different. But I think that if you know your skin type and you know what works for you, as in, okay, I have oily skin, so I got to stay away from like oils and serums, anything that's going to add. But you don't want to strip your skin either, because still, as a mature woman, there are women that have oily skin. So you don't want to go overboard and strip the skin, because what is your skin going to do? It's going to produce more oil. It's a vicious cycle. So what you want to do is really, tune into products that have worked for you in the past, not going extreme on either side, and really understanding you really have to understand your skin, and that takes a little bit of time. And if you haven't done anything and you're very overwhelmed, watch my YouTube series. I've been doing a lot of master classes that are bite-sized, little 15, 16-minute videos for you. So they're more digestible, I feel, so you can gain the knowledge and then really use that in your makeup routine, your skincare routine, etc. Actually, I've been mostly focusing on makeup right now, but I will go into skincare because I think it's really important. I feel in the last, I really feel like it's 2022, 2023, 2024, the market's been so flooded with so many products that I feel that you're almost numb in a way, that it's just so many. You don't know what to do, and everybody's like yelling at you on social on do this and buy this, and it gets a little overwhelming. And I don't want you to check out. I want you to, whether it's drugstore, whatever it is, there is a routine for everyone at every single price point. So it's just figuring out what's going to be the right thing for you to use. All right, so everything's prepped. I have the eye serum on, or the double serum eye. My skin feels really nice, and it has a nice kind of radiance to it. It's this serum or this essence gives me, almost feels like a serum's on my skin. So it doesn't feel dry. It doesn't feel greasy. It doesn't feel like anything's going to go anywhere. Now what I want to do is I want to put on my Fiercely Smooth. This is my face primer. It's going to give a little hydration. It's also fragrance free, but it's also going to give me that smoothness that I'm looking for when I get to my serum foundation. And that's what I'm going to be using today, because it's so weird. For some reason, when I travel, I love using my serum foundation day and night. I don't know. I noticed this in Vegas because I was really trying it out to see how it worked in 115-degree weather. And it was really, my skin looked so beautiful. I was very surprised because I thought it was going to be opposite with it. And then in Italy, I did bring my BB cream, but I literally used this day and night. I think it's because I wanted just like a light application. And it also gives me like this hydration and just really pretty, and it looks like I'm not wearing anything. So I think that's why I gravitated. I didn't wear my BB cream once, which was really funny. So and I'll show you the little combo that I do with my serum foundation, which was really great. So I just used, it's like a pump and a half. You don't need that much. It's like a gel. It's pink because it's going to brighten. So I like to just do it in my T-zone first. I do it with my fingers. You don't really need to use a brush unless you want to. So I'll just use it in the T-zone, and then I just spread it out. So it's nice and even. I go right to, I don't go underneath my eye, I just do it right here on my orbital bone and come out and come down. So how has everybody been since I've been gone? It's been really, I mean, I've kind of been like a little off kilter because, you know, I'm like the workhorse that's like on the schedule. You know, it's YouTube videos during the week and doing all of my social and then doing lives on Wednesday. And I was like, what am I going to do with myself? I would love to know what you, thank you, Linda. You've missed me. I've missed you ladies. I was like, oh my gosh, this is so weird. I don't have any notifications out about live coming up. You know, it's just a little bit, it was a little bit different. Oh, Connie, thank you. That's so sweet. Cheryl, totally dehydrated. Know what you mean? Someone must have said something. You're dehydrated. Skin's dehydrated. All right, when your skin's dehydrated, you got to make sure that you're exfoliating though. You don't want to forget about exfoliating the skin because if you're not exfoliating the skin and you're just trying to hydrate and put more product on, how is it going to penetrate the skin? It's not. So you're wasting product. So it's not going to, you got to get rid of the dead skin. And again, we have to be mindful of that 2 to 3 times a week, depending on your skin. You don't want to over exfoliate because you're going to create redness and irritation and this whole nother thing. So again, if you're dehydrated, make sure you're on a good exfoliation routine. I've showed you also on recent videos. I don't remember the name of the video that I showed you, but I was doing. I don't know if it wasn't my Holy Grails, but it was one of the recent videos I did, and I was showing you that you can use a gentle rice or a milk powder that you can get on Amazon. It's really nice to be able to exfoliate the skin. It's a rice powder. I like them because they're not aggressive for mature skin, but there's a lot of different ones. But I think it's really important moving forward now, going into fall, to do videos for skincare for you. So you have some videos that you can rewatch, and we can do it on everyone's skin from dry, dehydrated, combo, etc. So you can see I still have a little bit left. So it's really a pump. Like I don't need that much. It's nicely spread. So you can see I was definitely doing it for a bit. Let me just brush my eyebrows up a second. So now we are definitely prepared with our skin. Skin's prepared. Everything's going to look beautiful because we've set it up for success. So now what I want to do is, for a fall eye, we want to lift and sculpt. I don't want to bring down my eyes and make it heavy, and I want color. I'm going to be using Sweet Carol because I think that this, I wasn't going to today, but do you see how perfect color is? I think it's nice. We haven't done this in a bit. So this is a really, I find this to be the underdog of my palettes. I have 7 palettes, 5 sheen, 2 matte. This falls into the sheen because this has a sheen in the middle. This is matte and this is matte. So these are talc-free, gluten-free. They go on so beautifully. I didn't want you to struggle fighting to blend your eyeshadow. Blending is a very, very important part of everything we do on the face. And it's a really interesting palette. And Sweet Carol was named after my mom. I actually had it as a limited edition palette, but when she came on I used Lay Bottle Blonde the first time she came on in 2019, and then she came back on, I think in 2020. I don't remember what dates, but I created a limited edition palette for her. And then it was so popular, we just kept it on. So we have Sweet Carol. We're going to use it tonight. If you haven't seen it, it's really beautiful. It has so much range to it. That's why I think that, I think it's like misunderstood, if you will. It's just a beautiful, let me show you what it looks like in my hands. Let me wipe off anything in my hands. Let me show you what it looks like. The lightest color is almost like a little tad, has a tinge of a little pink. It's hard on this light to see. The middle color here, you can see it's just a sheen. It's not glitter. It's not sparkle. Again, if you don't like to have any of that, you would want to stick with mattes. And then you got that nice, really rich kind of like berry color in there. So that's what you get with this palette. It's very pretty. You can use 1, you can use 2, you can use all 3. It just depends on kind of your mood and what you're wearing and what your vibe is and where you're going. Or also in my palettes, I have these little brushes for you. This was actually worked out because when I didn't want to unpack when we were first arrived in Italy, we were staying at a hotel the first night, I could use my little brushes, which was perfect. So I didn't want to take everything out. So this was great. This is also if you wanted to do something that was more natural, all sheen though. This is Lay Bottle Blonde. This is what I wear every single day. If you see me on Fierce Age and you want to know what I'm wearing, it's always Lay Bottle Blonde. It's my go-to. It's such a great palette. And if you are not thrilled with sheens and you want a matte, you can go in with Strong Brew and you have an all matte palette that's really nice and just a no-brainer. Now, sometimes I will use the two colors, this one and this one, in my Lay Bottled Blonde. And if I really want to have more of a dramatic on the end, if I really want to have more of a dramatic color, I will go in with the darkest color here, the matte color. Or I'll use this as a liner. So you can do that. So Nora, you said love it. Just got the sheen one. The sheen one, the Lay Bottled Blonde. This one? I think that maybe that's what you're talking about. Yes. Oh, good. Lay Bottled Blonde. You'll love it. You'll literally like use it day and night. Like it's my go-to. Like when in doubt, just use Lay Bottled Blonde. You can't go wrong with it. And then if you want just all matte, it's like your equivalent of just doing Lay Bottled Blonde, but this is the matte version of it. If you want to do that. So these are really great. So great fall, though I wanted to show you those because you could use them for fall, but I thought we would, get a little bit more intense tonight and do something fun. I'll show you how that works. Always nice to use different things. Right now on my lips, I do have my Dream Lip Mask, my Dream Melt Lip Mask. My lips have been obviously dehydrated from traveling and everything, so this has been on my lips. So I've already prepped them. And we're going to start off with our eye brightener. This one looks like I need to clean it up. I hit pan, as you can see right there. And it needs to, I probably should clean up the other sides, but you know what? I don't need to do that right now. I'm going to use my concealer brush. This is a brush that does not come in your, we have eye brightener on the screen right now, but we're not on eye brightener yet. This is the eye primer. So this is your first step. You can see that this is going to be pigmented. I have such pigmented eyelids that you want to neutralize that out before you go into, say, a palette like Sweet Carol. Because look at the pigmentation. So you see, that would not look good if I did this together. That's not how you do it, because these colors are not going to come out. Say I just wanted this beautiful, like light bone color, right? And I was like, this is all I want to use. How could I do that over this? Because this color and this color are going to make a second color. Actually, it's going to make a third color. So this is color one, this is color two, and then I'm going to have a third color. It's going to be like muddied and it's not going to look good. So you have to start off with your eye primer. I might have said eye brightener. Listen, I am just happy I'm functioning right now. The jet lag is actually setting in. We were great on Monday, Tuesday a little bit weird, and then I think today's Wednesday, right? Yes. So that was another thing. I couldn't remember. I took the garbage out today and I thought, garbage is tomorrow, not today. So your girl's a little trying to hang on, but guess what? We're talking about makeup, so you can't go wrong. We are enjoying ourselves tonight. Talking about makeup, I could talk for hours and hours and hours. I'm telling you, I probably will do like a marathon live just because it takes me a little bit to warm up, because lives are a little bit harder for me. And then once the 2 hours come, I'm like, oh wait, I'm in my stride. Like we could keep going. I'd actually be interested to see how many people still stuck with me on hour 3, hour 4. I think it'd be kind of fun. So something I'm thinking about. But you can see now. I mean, now it's like I'm alive, right? Eye primer. Drop a heart emoji in the chat. Tell me if you love the eye primer. I did say eye brightener. I know I did. The eye primer, because I would love to know if you're loving it just as much as I do, because I've been using it for 16 years, cannot do my makeup without it. I can't do your makeup without it. To Teresa, Bridget, Kelly, Diane, Anne-Marie, Linda, Robin, Kathy, amazing. I'm so happy you're enjoying it. It makes such a big difference. And you can see that on my Fierce Aging series. Now, if you're new to my lives or my channel, my brand, I do a series since 2019. That's why I was talking about my mom being on my channel. She was my first grouping of women, March 2019. And it was just a whim to do this Fierce Aging series. I don't even know why I called it Fierce Aging. It just kind of happened. And I show women from 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 101 on my channel. And I do their makeup. My lady that was 101, it wasn't about makeup. It was about the fact that she was relevant. She had interesting stories. We were spending time with her. You know, it's not always just about makeup. It's about the woman, about what she's bringing to the table. And she brought so much. She was such a little firecracker, Henrietta. You can see her on my channel. So you can see it on me, but you can see it on all these women. You can see how the product works on their skin. Different texture, different colors, different levels of fine lines and wrinkles, pigmentation. There's so many different things that you can see, and you can actually see how the product works. We're in 4K. There's no pretending. I mean, we don't do that. We're authentic. There's no covering up. It's not about like, you know, doing weird things. It is what it is. And you know, I think it's beautiful. I know I'm probably like the one person. Actually, I know I'm not the one person, because my like-minded community, such as you ladies, I feel the same way. Like we don't need to cover up or feel like we can't have our natural faces, like what they do. That's beautiful. That's why I changed my perspective when I saw the ladies that I was doing makeup on up close and personal. I literally was like, a light bulb went off one day on set. I was like, she's so beautiful. Like her skin looks so beautiful. I want my skin, I want to be like this. I don't want to do Botox and filler. I don't want to do all of that. I really, honestly, I never thought I would feel that way. And I just looked at these real women coming in and being just, they're so beautiful. And so that's how it really changed my perspective. I was like, I'm looking at beautiful faces. And society and the beauty industry tells us it's not. And so I think you need to really think about that. Think about how that affects you. Like, am I thinking for myself, or am I just looking at ads and thinking like, I don't look like these people or these filters or all of this fake stuff? It's very hard now to know what's real and what's not real. So that's really how I leaned into it with everything else. You know, it's like the hair, all of the things that were going on at the time. And I thought, you know what? It's very hard to keep fighting it. It was so much of a relief to lean in and feel like less pressure and like feel, you know, that, I don't know, it's just, I can think about it now. Like I felt so relieved, I didn't have to keep dyeing my hair and being in the chair for 2 hours. And let's see how it goes. Let's see where it goes. If I hate it, I'll dye it. It wasn't like, you're never stuck. So if you don't like it, just dye it. You know, you don't like the wrinkles and what's happening, then do the Botox. You can do whatever you want. But here at Nicole Beauty, some days are easier than others, but I just think it's about a journey, you know, and it's about that experience. And listen, we laughed so much when we were in Italy, especially. I don't know if you saw one of my stories. We had a white party one night on the yacht. It was on the Ritz-Carlton yacht. And we had a white party, and I saw on the agenda that they had an 80s music trivia. And I said, Ray, we have to go. We have to go. We have to do this. My husband's like an encyclopedia of music, and I love the 80s. Like, we just love it. So we're Gen X. There wasn't too many people on the boat that were Gen X, but we went and I recorded it because I thought it was so funny. I just put the phone down and I just recorded it, like us doing it. And she would, the instructor, I don't know what you want to call her, the host was, she would play the song a little bit, and then we would have to write down the song and the artist. And so I was like, shh, don't say it out loud because people are going to cheat. So it's like, I don't know why I was so competitive. I think you know why. So I was like writing everything down and we were laughing so hard and it was just so funny. And so, you know, that's where lots of things come from. So why would I want to erase all this experience, you know, and like the fun and like the laughs and everything that we had? You know, I make a million zillion faces all the time. I'm sure I'll have plenty of lines everywhere on my face because obviously I do probably too much expression, but I was thinking about that. Like, I don't want to erase that. Like, that was really fun. We had such a good time. We had such a good time. And it was a self, you know, you added up your own. And I thought, I don't know about that. We got 31. Some in the couple behind us got 32. I'm like, that's because they heard you yelling the name in the song. There's no way didn't know. They didn't know, but that's okay. We had such a great time. All right, so I'm taking off this brush. Let me see if I think that my brushes do need a little cleaning, but you know, that's how it is tonight. I think it'll be fine. Let me just wipe this off. Make sure that we get a true color here. I'm going to go into that middle color. This is a sheen, and I'm just using my eyeshadow brush. It says shadow brush on the handle. So every brush will say what it is. You don't ever have to be confused. So your foundation, like buffing brush, will have it on here. So you always know, and this is the Essential Makeup Brush Kit. This is actually, there's some like random brushes in here, but this is, you get 10 brushes in here. That is basically all you need. So I designed it so you didn't have to have 400 brushes and get overwhelmed and then feel like, oh my gosh. And these do the job for you. So if you feel like you're bad at putting makeup on, it's because you're not using the right tools. And it doesn't have to be Nicole Beauty tools. I'm just letting you know, if you're not using brushes, these are 100% vegan. They're ultra soft. I made them very, very soft for a mature eye. I don't like anything scratchy or anything that's not going to feel good or it's going to irritate your eyes. So these are the brushes that I created because it's specific for everything that you need and you don't need more than that. And I have a special soap for you to be able to use also. So you're definitely covered in that area. So now what I'm going to do is, if you see that because I've been talking for a bit since I put on the eye primer, it's a cream product. If it creases where your actual skin on your lid moves, you're okay. All you have to do is just pat down like that. So you can see just a little bit there. That's normal because it's a cream product and the fold of your eye is moving. So now we are set up. I'm going to just go from the base. I like to start here and I just work up and then I'll bring it down and then I'll bring it down here. I don't want to go too far. I want to control where I'm placing this. And that's my big thing for you. Again, the middle color, I press into the product like this. I don't do all of this and swirl all around. You're going to waste your product. There's not a lot of fallout with this product, but or you can just drag it down just a little bit, but you don't need to put a lot of pressure and you don't need to do a big like swirl action. So this is what I do. So you can see you have a really nice little pop of that reflective color. Like it's really nice. I really love it for mature eye. I don't shy away. If you have very crepey eyes, it's probably not for you. You can go into a matte color, but I like to see life to the eye on a mature woman. So you'll see this a lot on my Fierce Aging. So I'm not, again, going really far into that crease. I want to keep it just like this. I really put it in the middle here, just like that. Do you see how I'm pressing it into? I'm not going back and forth. I don't want to move the product too much. I'm placing it so I strategically get it there. And again, you can see it's not over the top. It's not heavy. It's just a really nice, beautiful, kind of like a sheer veil. You can build it up if you want to, but I'm just pressing it in. Remember, you have the eye primer on, so it's going to grip it. So I'm just pressing it on, placing it where I want it to be. I don't go too high because I don't want it to be up past this crease here. I think that's where you get into trouble sometimes, that you go And then you keep going up and you put too much on, and then you're upset because it's like, wait, this is the area that I need to keep lighter, and just work on this area here, just like that. So you might want to just do one color like this. Do your eyeliner and do your mascara. Maybe you just don't want to do the other two colors. You don't have to. But I'm going to just flip this around to the other side. I'll do the lighter color here for my brow bone. Just go up at the top. It's nice and matte. Just like that. All right, so we have two colors on now. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with one of my favorite brushes. This is my short smudge brush. I like to call it my eraser brush because it's like nice and short and like erases all my mistakes. But I'm going to, since we're going to do a full eye, we're going to do it up a little bit. I'm going to go into this area here, but I'm very strategic. So you can see this little brush, it's dense and it kind of has a little curve to it. I'm going to place it. And remember, when it's a matte shadow, it's very highly pigmented. So you've got to gauge first. So if this is your first palette working with mattes in my line, I would take the brush and go in and then put it on your hand to see how much payoff you're getting. So you can say, okay, now I can gauge, like you're not going too much into the actual product and then going right to the eye, not knowing, where you're going to be. So what I'm going to do is, I'm going to curl my lashes because I like to curl my lashes before I start doing eyeliner or anything like that, because I want everything that would be resting on, touching the eyeliner or anything like that. I'm using the Schuamora eyelash curler. I've used it for decades because it literally lifts the lashes. I'm wondering, I just want to make sure that, because I've been using my phone a lot today, let me just, I lost you for a second. I knew that was dangerous to do, but I feel like now I feel like I'm clearer. Am I clearer? I know I have my contacts in a bright light, but I really felt like a fingerprint was on. That's funny. Oh, I didn't go to a black screen. Okay, we're okay. I just think it's better. Is it better? I don't know. Here we go. I have the darkest color on here, and I want to go right to the base. This is a really nice trick to be able to do for a liner. If you're maybe not good with an eyeliner, you can use a shadow like this. So it's going to be nice and smoky for you. Do you see? I'm just going to the base of the lash. I'm dragging it across, no big deal. And you don't have to worry if it's going to be like not perfect, because you can see, you just keep it the base of the lash. Notice that I'm not going all the way in. Okay, so I still will taper, but here I will just lift up a little bit. So the idea is, you can see the brush. Let me get a little closer. You can see the brush is at the base of my lashes, okay? Now, what I can do is, you see, I'm pushing up a little bit, not pulling out, because we don't want it to go out. So if our eyes are coming down, we don't want to follow and drag. We want to go, and then we want to stop. And that's why I'm always like lifting up, just like that, right? Because I want it to be that part. And then if you're like, well, that's great, but I don't really have that great technique yet, don't worry. If you feel like you made it go a little too low, take your Almay pad. This is the oil-free one. I'm going to just take out a little pad. And then I'm going to wrap it around my finger like that. And then I'm going to just pull up the very end. So if I needed to, if any of that was dragging down, now it's up. This is why I don't do my makeup, my base, my concealer, my color corrector before I do my eyes. I want to be able to manipulate and lift up. So now we have a really nice, you see, it's up. So that is my idea right now for my little fall eye. We want to lift. Now what I can do is I can take my plum eyeliner. I feel like it's a really great option over this color. Why not, right? This is actually, let me see if I can get away with doing this without having, okay, I gotta get the, let me get the pencil sharpener. And we will, I have a pencil sharpener for you that goes with my eyeliner and my lip liners. So I'm going to just do, just when I feel like, it almost like you know when it kind of then snaps and it's done, you don't keep going because this is going to be a rounded tip. That's what it should look like. It's not going to be a point. So that's something to really consider. You're never going to get to a point. If you do, you're going to ruin the pencil because it's not supposed to be. It's a soft formulation. Again, it'll be different for you. It's a little bit of a learning curve. If you go into a very soft pencil and you're used to having a scratchy, hard pencil that you have to really work, you're going to push too hard. It's going to go everywhere and you're going to be upset. So you just have to know formulations. And the reason why I did it this way is because I do not want you pulling on your lids. You shouldn't. It should be easy. It should be highly pigmented. And this is waterproof. So it's going to stay for you. If you have watery eyes like I do, it's wonderful. So again, I'm at the base of my lash. So I'm not going above the little line that we just made, but I'm going to intensify it. And then I'm going to follow and lift. Now I did a video on YouTube. It has almost 5 million views about my little eyeliner hack. You go to the last lash and you lift up. So you find your last lash. Now, if your eyes go down, don't follow it all the way down. Again, you want to line your eyes and you want to stop and lift up, right? You want the illusion. You don't want to keep it going down because we always want to lift. Well, no matter what we're doing, we're always lifting up. So this is just what I do. You know, this eye is actually easier than my other eye because this is the one I had that neurofibroma. So I knew I was going to have more skin and it droops down a little bit more. So I have to be a little bit more strategic on my placement because I have a little bit of skin that goes there. So it's like, kind of call it like the railroad tracks. Like I'm going over the railroad track and sometimes it doesn't look so cute because it skips. So I have to be a little bit more mindful, but I just thickened up here over the eyeshadow. So you're getting that really nice double layer. So it's a really pretty fall look because you're intensifying, not overdoing it, doesn't look heavy. You are defining the eye and lifting also. You can go underneath if you wanted to. So say you wanted to, you could go underneath with dark chocolate if you didn't want to do a plum. That's something that's really neat. You could do that. Oh, here it is. I didn't know I pulled it out too. Let me see. I got to just do a little sharpen. Now, remember, I probably should have, same thing. That's what you're going to get. Now, before I move on, you have to, I was surprised I could do that other one. See all of this? This has to come out before you do another pencil. So you want to dump it out. And then you're going to find that you have like that stuck in there. Take out the little tool, just a little like toothpick. You scrape it out. And then, because you don't want your fingers in that little blade, doesn't work anyway. Let me just take off that. See, I just cleaned it up like that. All that. So you want to have your sharpener always be nice and sharp. You can't when you have all the shred in there and then all of the eyeliner that got stuck on the little blade. Remember to put it back in. It's not hard. You don't have to have great eyesight or coordination because it's very simple. Just goes right back in there and then you put the cap back on. So that is your little pencil sharpener. let's go in with our dark chocolate and make it fun today. Not do something typical like, oh, I have to use plum on the bottom because I use it on the top. You don't. So I'm going to do a little. Now remember, especially when you sharpen it, remember light pressure, not too much. I feel like it's really pigmented because I just sharpened it. Now, what we'll do is to not feel like, oh my gosh, this doesn't look good. Take your short smudge brush, which is your eraser brush, and let's just give it a little smudge and let's move it before it sets up. So this is going to be nice because you can nicely just smudge it up. So it doesn't look like you just place eyeliner right there. It's like some hard line. You want to nicely, I always just give it a little something. It's balanced now. I have to curl those lashes. I forgot to do it at the same time. Right, so this has happened last time on here. So you have to be very careful because I do this all the time. Do you see what I did? It's very upsetting. It's in the cap because I wasn't looking and then I just took it off. I just sharpened it. And this happens to me because I'm not paying attention. And then I have to take a little Q-tip and get it out and the whole thing. So let me just sharpen it again. It happens. It happens. And you know what? It's my fault because I wasn't looking. Now we're back. It's fine. Just upsetting, disappointing that I did that. But c'est la vie. All right. Now let's do the other eye. Get it ready for the smokiness. Let's see. You know what? What time is it? It's time to ask questions with one eye. I do it all the time. All right. Lashes are up, looking fabulous. Let me see. Let's take a question. Let's see. Kim, I know. I never knew there was a tool in there too. I mean, it was actually, I don't know, maybe in my 30s, I think I figured that out. I don't know when it was. I was working for a company and we had a we had a pencil sharpener and someone said it at like a conference and I was like, oh, that's what that thing's for. It was so crazy. Oh, green eyeliner has not been launched yet, but any day now. And look, this is always a good sign when you've got the green eyeliner in the box ready. It's shipping to our warehouses. Let me show you. Since we're on eyeliner right now, the green eyeliner. Is this beautiful? It's called deep green. You ladies are going to love it. Beautiful. Ready? I'll give you the beautiful green eyeliner. Great, great, great. With fall, this is, you can sign up for the wait list so you'll know when it drops. So this is really exciting. We have the green. I'll show you, since I have the other ones out here. Be mindful when you put the top back on, please, because you don't want to damage your green, any of them, but especially the green when it comes out. This is the plum that I just put on. You know what? Let me do this again because I don't know why I do it upside down. It's very weird to do. It's a very weird swatching that I do like that. It doesn't make sense, but I feel like it's the only flat surface I have. Okay, let me do this again. Let's go with the brown at the bottom. Then we do the plum that I have. We do have a navy. I don't have it in front of me. And then we're going to do the top, the green. Okay, let's try this again. So stupid. This is the dark brown, the dark chocolate, I mean. This is the plum and this is the green. That's what I have in front of me now. So you can at least see them like this. If I'm not too close, this is better. I don't know. But I just put this on the top of mine and then I did the bottom with the dark chocolate. Green, deep green is new for us. What does deep green go with? Oh my gosh. You could put it with the strong brew if you wanted to. You could put it with the lay bottled blonde if you wanted to. Remember too, I'm going to be doing a YouTube video where I use the green as I've used the plum and the navy as my base. Very exciting. That's going to be a great one to tune into. coming up, because now I just got these today. And these just were given to me today. So this is really exciting. So that's something new that's coming for you. You've asked for it. And actually, because of the lives is the reason why we came out with that. We watched all of you asking for it. And we decided, you know what? We're going to bring it out. So I hit the pedal fast on that because I knew that you wanted to really probably have it as soon as possible, which was yesterday. So I made sure that we could really get that out for holiday for this fall, which is really great. Going back in with the darkest colored matte in the Sweet Carol palette with my short smudge brush. We have to do the same thing over on this side. So this is my eye that is not, I'm a righty, so this is more of a challenge for me. So I'm going to do the same thing, staying close to the lash line, taper down here. This is where you want to concentrate. You lift up at the end there. So you want to create more of the product here. And remember, you can't mess it up. You really can't. It's shadow. See, I have more of a hooded eye here, so I have to do some fancy tricks to like make it look like it's not different than this eye here. Taper it down. And this is where I really like to put it. And remember, don't be afraid to use your fingers. I mean, you can definitely use your fingers if you need to do a little magic. Moving it up, what have you. Let's see, does it look pretty much the same? I think so. I'm not sure what's here. But, and this is a thing too, ladies. As a professional makeup artist, listen, I make mistakes. Some things look great. Some things are like, wait, what happened? Just how it is. Nothing's perfect. And that's like the beauty of it. That's the beauty of makeup. You don't like it, take it off. You don't think your technique's good, try it again. Practice. Do all the things you need to do. That's what's so fun about it. Let's try to take off the eyeliner. So I let it sit here. Okay, so you know what? I need the oil-based one. I knew that was going to happen. All right, so it's going to stay there. Not a big deal. At least it shows you that you have longevity with this on your eyes. All right, now I did just the nice shadow as a liner. I'm going to take my plum. I'm going to do the same thing, go over it. So I have a little bit of that nice color dimension, but also staying power and also lifting at the end here. Right here is where I lift. All right, this is a long one. Bridget, oh Lord, I'm ready. Wait, I have all of your products. Been a little bit depressed lately at 60. Hello, I'm going to follow your video and do a full face. Go to the Pure Hotel in New York and sit and love myself as I sip a very expensive Chardonnay. Let's see what happens. Bridget, you better report back to us. I want to know full story. I want to know what makeup you wore. I want to know what you wore. I want to know what Chardonnay you ordered. And I want to see I want to hear the full story. I'm very invested in this. This was good. I knew when I saw a long comment, I was like, we got to read it. The ladies are going to want to know, Bridget. So when you go and you're back on a live, you need to tell us what happened. And I love that. I say add in a spa treatment. And what else could we do? A little Central Park with coffee, a little journaling maybe while we do that. That sounds exciting. All right, so I just did a little bit of that plum. Hoping we're even. Let's take the dark chocolate and go underneath. Oh, not good. Oh yeah, you know what happened? All right, ladies. So just so you know, if you ever break off like I did, because I wasn't looking, and it's stuck in there, get the Q-tip and get it out. Don't do that. I mean, can you imagine that I did that? All we have to do is just blame the jet lag and being not on target. But guess what? I do it too. So you know what? It's fine. Happens. Let's move forward. Now we're going to take the dark chocolate, go underneath a little bit. Now, remember, I can't press. I mean, look how much pigment I'm already getting. I'm literally just dragging it, just not that much. I just sharpened it. You can see, look, when it gathers a little bit like that because it's freshly sharpened. Take the short smudge brush and let's just smudge it up, because then it's going to look like we never made a mistake. You think it's a little too much, take a little bit off, not a biggie. It's so great. It just makes everything look softer, and that's why I really love it. Now, what we're doing is, I'm not going to put that cap on. We'll deal with this later. We're going to have to clean it. I'm going to put on our dark chocolate mascara. All right. So here we go. We got the dark chocolate mascara, and I was wearing this all in Italy during the day. Loved it. Very excited about this. I'm going to the base of my lashes. This is how you apply the mascara. You're going to go to the base of the lash. This comb, this brush that I created for you, will grab all your lashes and pull them up. It's a volume mascara. So it's not going to weigh down your lashes. If you have very sparse lashes, short lashes, like not really their lashes, please go over to My Fierce Aging, because you'll see the ladies' lashes, and they all have such different lashes. Very fine, very sparse, blonde. You'll see how the mascara works on so many different lash types, not just my lashes. So I go to the base like this. I rest it. So it literally is like a comb. And then sometimes I like to go down like that. Like I'll close my eye because I really feel like it gets all of my lashes. But also, this is the part where I always encourage you to be more strategic. I know that a lot of women like to pump their mascara and then do really, really fast and do like a million zillion coats. But if you do it really slow and intentional, you're going to get everything. It's not going to be on your lid. It's going to really lift and separate. So you really get this really beautiful lash look, and it looks clean. And it looks like you have a little bit of a fringe, like false lashes on. This is another good one to ask. Who is using the Volume Up mascara? And how do you feel that it is on your lashes? Let me see, Teresa. My eyelashes grew back in clumps after I lost them after chemotherapy, and I have to use a lash growth serum to keep them there. That's fine. The lash growth you can use, and then since it's growing your lashes, you can then really see what lashes you have, where this is going to get them all and separate them. It's not going to, even if you have very fine lashes, that was a very big thing, because my mother has very fine lashes, and I had to be I put on so many mascaras on her, and then it was like, what happened? What is going on? So I wanted to make sure that this mascara could really help and lift her lashes. They're so delicate. I don't even curl them because I'm afraid that they're too fine. So you can do it at the bottom if you want to. I mean, everybody always asks why I don't do it with the brown. I do. But I don't always do the bottom lashes. But today, since it's brown, we will. So this is really pretty. It's a really nice look, brown with this kind of really nice kind of plummy berry look to the eyes. Let's do the other lash. I asked a question and I didn't even look. Looking forward to getting the brown. Great, Linda. I'm excited that you are excited, because this is going to be great. I love using brown during the day now. I use black at night. I can use the black on my bottom, and then I can use the brown on the top. I mean, lots of different things you can do. You can do a brown and then just the black on the tips. I mean, the options are endless. You ladies are so creative. So I know you're going to figure out what way works best for you, all different types. Some of my lashes on this eye, it's really interesting, are so long that I have to just take off that little tip. Just it makes it look a little like out of place. It's like so long, but your lashes will stay up, which is wonderful. Do a little bit on the bottom here, just a little, not too much. And there we go. It's great. I created it's going to be in the same tube like this, which is like an hourglass for a woman's body. So that was nice and feminine. And then you have brown or black as an option. Now, brown is coming out. I have to check. I know it's coming out soon, but I don't, since I'm still trying to catch up on emails and everything. So that's something to look forward to very soon. The next, I would say, in November. All right, so should we do brows right now? Should we like just kind of lift them a little bit? I did brush them a second. We can use a brow pencil, skinny brow pencil. I'll just take the other side. This is what's nice when I can't find my spoolie that comes in my brush kit. I'm using Brownie. It's a nice fine tip. You can see very fine. What I'll do is I just fill in, yes, my brows are a little bit thicker, but I still have some areas that I can fill in. And it's nice that I can do that with just a little effort, not too much. I just kind of go through it just like that, very light pressure. Just really in that front part is where I kind of usually have a little, like a little see-through, if you will. Light, but we have soft gray. We have taupe color. We have the brownie that I use, and we have dark blonde. It's gonna be a little bit warmer. If you have like strawberry blonde hair, you want a little bit more of a warmer brow pencil, you can do that. All right, so now you have little gray hairs like I do here and there. I'm going to use my brow mascara. I love this because I can instantly just cover and lift. Again, this is our milk chocolate. That's the one I use. We do have a darker color called cocoa. We also have clear, and then we also have blonde. So you have a couple different options. It's a really great way, though, to sculpt the brow, to be able to color the brow. Maybe you have blonde brows or you have a lot of gray. Don't tweeze them out. You need the brow hair. Just color them over. And it's nice because you have the control to be able to color these. So now, let me see what I had written out for you to make sure that we got the radiance, everything. Okay, we did our eyes. All right. Now, skin's prepped. Let's go into just color correcting a little bit underneath here. My skin feels so nice and smooth. This is going to be great. Nothing's going to drag. I'm going to use our Just Peachy. This is my color corrector. This is really great because it twists up from the bottom. I don't use that much. I haven't gone through a lot of these actually because you don't use that much. This is going to color correct that blues, the grays that you have underneath the eye area here. And it's going to allow your concealer not to work that hard. So this is what I really like. I think this is a product that a lot of mature women don't utilize. I think that it's a really, really important product to use because if you're wanting to wear less makeup, this is going to do it. I can, and a lot of the women that have on lives and written in, they can use this and not even a concealer, which is fabulous. You can use your concealer brush if you want to. Sometimes when I'm in a rush, I will use my foundation buffing brush. I will literally just do this like really fast because it takes up if I have no time. Again, there's no rules. So if that's the way it works for you, great. You're like, I have to do it really fast. Not a big deal. If you need to be a little bit more precise and you have an event or you're going somewhere, yes, you can press into the eye area here. So you're going up into that inner corner that's always blue, gray, like a shadow. Come down. Now again, I don't go all the way up here because I have the product here that's going to move. You don't want to have a lot of product here because what's going to happen? It's going to crease because where is it going? You don't put all the product here. You can go a little bit lower while you're working it in. It has shea butter in it. It's going to move. It's a creamy product. So then you move it up, but that means that the product here is being pushed in and then you're going up, some of it's still in the brush, and then you're coming to underneath your eye area. So you're going from the most to the least. You're not starting up here with all of it like, oh my gosh, I got to keep moving it, and I'm not being able to, it's a very small area. So this is not something like, it's not like an eye cream that you're just going to keep working, it's going to absorb. This is going to help you get that lift, that brightness that you're not being able to get. You can see where I actually put it. Like so it comes down here, no big deal. I wore sunglasses today, so my nose was a little bit, I'll go over it like that. But that's all I use. Now, if you have a lot of pigmentation on the side of your face, I sometimes will, help out my serum foundation or my BB cream, because this is where I have my leopard spots that I like to call them. Not a big deal. I'll just do that. And it's nicely, usually I'll use the foundation brush because it's bigger, covering up more or covering more space, real estate, if you will, on my face. Nice and even, right? I'm just giving it a little help. Same thing on this side. Just like that. It's really great. So if you say you're in a rush, or say it's a Saturday and you're like, I don't really feel like doing it. You just don't feel like putting on makeup. Use your Just Peachy. Do it on the sides, do it wherever, it's spot treat, work it in, and then you're good. You're just diffusing the pigmentation. Doesn't look like you're wearing a lot of makeup. It's very, very light. It's not greasy. Whatever's on my brush, I'll I just give it a little whirl over my face. Just, it's not going to hurt. So now we have lightened the under eye. I always look at it and say, do I need a concealer? Let's just wait and see. Like, let's do the BB cream or the serum foundation. Let's see what's going on. So I was using my Fair. I took it with me. As I said before, you have to shake this product. So make sure you shake it very well. I always said I use 4 drops, but I think it's just really 4 drops. But this is what I put in to, I've had it, and then I just started really using it again lately. This is number 3, and this is called Forever Glow Star Filter. See? Now, you have to be careful though, because this little guy, he came off. I don't know what happened to him, but he came off and he will squirt everywhere. That's just what happens with products sometimes. It is what it is kind of thing. So I just work with it. I just know, because he squirted when we were I was out of my little vanity on the boat, and I was like, oh, that wasn't good, was it? So now I know I'm prepared for him. So I'm going to just squirt it down here a second so he doesn't go anywhere. I just do like that. You don't want a lot, because you don't want to turn into looking too much like a star, if you will. You don't want that. You don't want it to be over the top. So that's all I do right like that. Then I take my serum. I go 1, 2, 3. Let's do 5. Okay. And here we go. So you can see how light this is. And then I mix it together, just like this. I'll mix it together and then I'll put it on. Sometimes I'll just use my fingers. It depends. Or I'll use my brush. But I just work it in. It's so light. And you can see, do you see how you get that really, you're getting this beautiful glow, but not greasy. It just looks really radiant. It's really a nice, fresh fall look on the skin. Skin's been prepped, skin's been hydrated, skin's been primed, and now you're just doing the icing on the cake. This is really nice. Now, the question would come up where, well, what's the difference between the BB cream and the serum foundation? The serum foundation, as I just showed you, is nice and thin. So it's going to be like this weightless silk on the face. You can build it up if you want to. I find it to be a very nice, fresh, natural look. BB cream also, but totally 2 different formulas. Let me finish putting this on so I can show you my hand, the 2 difference. But you need very little of the serum foundation. If you go to town and you put on a ton, I don't know how else, I mean, everybody surprises me, but I don't know how else, like you could do, I don't think this would be ideal though. You could do your drops in your brush like that, but I don't feel that's going to be even. Like that's not a good application technique. I think when you're mixing something into it that's going to give you a little extra, what have you, do it on your hand or on a palette. But this is the way I do it because I feel like you're getting enough on the brush. So you're basically seasoning the brush. It's not going to go on uneven because you actually have it on the whole head. And then I just work this in. I really get to see, I guess that's why I use the serum foundation when I'm on vacation, because I get to see my skin throughout like everything I'm doing. And I really get to see different climates. And I just think it's a really interesting because I know the BB cream, I've been wearing it forever. Serum was new for us. And so I just think that it's just a really just phenomenal formulation. And it just does so many things for your skin. Whether you have dry skin, it's a wonderful medium for that. If you don't want a lot, if you want that really lightweight, you want something that really goes a long distance, this would be something that would be great for you. It just feels like I'm not wearing anything. And I think that's why on vacation, like that's why I do it. BB cream also is very light, but I just found myself reaching for, I had both, but I found myself reaching for the serum. I thought, I don't know, I just love how my skin looks. It just looked really, really pretty. So now let me show you. This is my BB cream in light. It's a complexion blur. These are fragrance free also. Both of them are fragrance free. And you're going to, so you see how I pumped it out? See how you have a little bit of that kind of nice puffiness to it? You're going to get a burst of hydration when you put this on. You're going to feel it. And then when you do your serum, I'm going to just do 2 drops. You're going to see the difference. So you have this one that's going to be giving you a little bit more of that. I always want to say like that puffiness, you know, or it stands alone. And then you have your serum that's going to be very, very light. And you can just tell, it's just, you can see even here. So BB cream is going to be just a little bit more of that creamy feeling. This is going to be really light and silky. So it just depends on what you really feel that you want on your skin. I just love the two. They're so dramatically different, both very, very lightweight, nice that they're fragrance free, both made in Italy. But it's nice to have option because sometimes you're just in the mood for a different feeling on the skin. You know, whether you're traveling or maybe it's an evening event or you're like, you know what, I really love my skin, you know, in this lighting with this on. You know, it just depends. So that's something that's going to be very personal, but you have 2 different options when it comes to what medium you want. And I formulated them for mature skin because as an esthetician, working with skin, mature skin, and knowing what I don't want to see, I was very specific. And then as a makeup artist, you know, when I'm finishing up the makeup, I knew it had to look like the rest of my makeup. I didn't want something heavy and a lot of coverage and looking like, gosh, I can't move this around the skin. This just looks really like too heavy or too thick or just ruining the whole look. So that's why they just make the skin come alive. You can see it on Fierce Aging. I can't wait till I get to the complexion part with the ladies because I just love seeing like just evening out the skin tone, very little effort with the Just Peachy or the concealer. And then the BB cream or the serum foundation is just like the icing on the cake. Just looks really beautiful. Their skin comes alive. It doesn't cover it up, you know. So I knew exactly because I touched your skin and I knew exactly how it should feel when it's on your skin, when you have it on. My biggest thing is that when I tested so many different formulations out on the market, I really didn't like feeling like around 2 o'clock, like I couldn't touch my skin because it was going to move. Like it never set up. Like I felt like, oh, I hope it doesn't touch anything. Or if I went like this, it would come off. I didn't like that feeling, like that I just applied something. So I wanted you to feel like it was just your skin once you put it on. And that was it. Like you forgot about it. So that's really what I accomplished with this. Now, moving on to just set underneath my eyes, because I did the just peachy. But you know what? Let me just do a little creamy concealer. This will be great because you know what? I'm surprised. I thought I would have a little bit more dark circles maybe from traveling and everything, but I don't. I'm surprised. It'll probably kick in a day or two. This is my creamy concealer. It comes in light, medium, fair, light, and medium. And I made the tip of this applicator, like, do you see it's like a dome? All of the product is at the tip. So you can get this kind of application and not a big stamped doe foot. I did do a video on YouTube about this, and I showed you on one side how not to apply your concealer, and then on the other eye, how to apply to be able to get the best look for your under eye. So I'm going to just, this is really nice too. If you have that deep line here and that's where you want to put it, you can easily get into that area. Maybe you just want to do it in here. You just want a dot. Maybe you have like, oh, you know what? I need a little bit extra there. You can do that and you don't have too much product everywhere. More precise and precision when it comes to Nicole Beauty. And it's not about how much makeup can I put on? Or, wow, that was a little too much. Now I got to take it off. How do I move it around? I wanted you to feel more in control. Like you're applying the makeup. The makeup's not applying for you. I'll just take my concealer brush. Let me just tap into this. It was just a little freckle. I just wanted to give you a little option there. And then what we want to do is you want the product to stay where you put it, right? So you see the technique? Pressing it in, not moving it all around, not taking a big sponge. Sponge is going to absorb it all. You want to nicely press in, just like this, working it up. Okay, again, if I need to move it up, we can do that, but it's not going to be all of the product. The product was placed here. I'm working it in. The residual will be able to come underneath, still brighten, conceal, but not a lot of product gathering underneath here, because when I smile, I have all of these lines that, yes, your skin moves, not plaster. Makeup is not plaster. It's going to move with your skin. So we're going to set that in 1 minute, but you don't have a lot going on, just where you need it. Pressing it in just like this. I mean, you can see nice and bright. That's what you want. Again, if you just used your concealer, you could maybe, depending on your skin, get away with it. Maybe it's enough for you. But if you're seeing darkness and you're like, it's muddy or it's not bright enough, use a color corrector. Use the Just Peachy, because you've already lifted the colors, just color theory, and then you're putting on strategically your concealer. You don't need to pile on everything. I think that's where we get into trouble. We feel like, oh, I look older. Oh my gosh, my skin looks so tired. Too much. I'm not applying it right. It's only about knowledge and technique. That's why I have over 900 videos on YouTube. I've been on YouTube for 15 years, educating, teaching you everything that I know, that I do to you, showing you on all of these other ladies, not just my skin, and hoping that you really take some really great takeaways and apply it to your makeup techniques or your skincare techniques and really feel like you're enhancing your beauty. You're learning so much and it's really helping you. I'm going to do a little soft set technique with my Nikita Banana. This is my brightening powder. Again, talc-free, gluten-free. I'm going to just take my eyeshadow blending brush. I like to roll it in just like that. And then I go underneath. I'm just dusting. This is where my little problem area is. If I don't set this underneath, I will get a little creasing. It's just the way it is with my eyes like that, just right there. So if I do a little soft set, which is what I call it, my Nikita Banana, I'm safe. Sometimes I've rushed out of the house and I'll be in the car and I'll say, oh gosh, I think I might have a problem today. I forgot my soft set. And then I always just make sure I always just do a little like this, and I'm usually fine because I haven't put on a ton of makeup. So less is more when it comes to under the eyes. And that's why the Just Peachy is going to help you out so much. It's going to lift and lighten so you don't have to feel that you have to put on a ton of concealer. Now we're going to go into cheeks. We're going to softly sculpt. You can do, if you wanted to do a nice warm apricot, you can do Palm Beach. This is really nice. This is a nice one here. Let's just color outside of the lines. That's a really nice, beautiful, you know what I could do? I could actually do it on my skin, but I don't want to mess that all up. Let's do a little Paris. That's going to be a berry color. You can shear it out. I'm just doing it from the actual stick. If you wanted to do something that was more of a wash of color, you can take your foundation brush that's flat like this, go on the top, and then put it on the cheeks. So you're going to get a different application. This is going to be strong right from like espresso, right? Like right from the bullet or the actual tube. Lighter, more control. You can take it with the brush like this and put it on the cheek. It just depends on what you're looking for. So that's that. When you come to having different color options, it's more of a kind of a cream to a powder with the sticks. We're going to take our Classic Beach Glow, because I have 3 different options here: bronzer, blush, and highlighter. I know that you see me use this all the time. I've had this palette forever, over 10 years. I had it as a powder first, and then I reformulated it a couple years ago to be all cream because I thought you would really enjoy that. So this is a really nice, this is just really a beautiful, kind of a universal, if you will, blush. And I just place it right here on the skin. It like melts into the skin. You can see it does give you that radiance. It has shea butter in it also. Just really pretty. You can build it up. You can keep it really, mild if you want to. So I just smile. I put it here. I know that there's a lot of discussion about, oh, you have to just put it here and up. I do it like if I was working out or if I was running. Like this is where I want to see it. I just don't want to see it like right here. I want to see it like I just want to give myself some color. I have white hair and I need color. So I say, let's give some color to my skin. You can see, doesn't it? It's just really beautiful. It's very natural. It's very easy to work with. You can use your fingers if you wanted to. I just use the same brush because I don't feel like we need to get all crazy. I'm going to use the highlighter. I did make this highlighter for this area here. You have beautiful fine lines like I do. You can go right over it. It's not glitter. It's not sparkle. It's just going to give you this beautiful, just radiance, healthy looking skin that looks alive. So I love putting on the highlighter. Just like that. Now for the contour, I'll use the tip of it and I go into the bronzer right here. And I literally go like this. I don't need that much. I'll just do the tip. And then where do you put it? Like what's going on? So what I do is the top of your ear, your brush, you can go like this. That's going to be to your bone structure, right? So everybody's is different. Mine's different than yours. So here's my top of my ear. I go straight down. Perfect. So I know that at the base of my cheekbone is where I'm going to put it. So I think it gets intimidating for a lot of older women when it comes to a bronzer or doing any kind of contour, because everything that's shown on social media, you honestly look like, reminds me, I did in 2022, I think it was. I think I put it on Instagram, I put it on TikTok, and it was a voiceover where she was at dinner and she had all this contour all over her face, like, striped like they do. And he's like, whoa, what happened? She's like, what? Is there something on my face? And he's like, you look like, I think, the Lion King. She's like, oh, that's my contour. And it was so funny. It was like such a funny skit because that's really what everybody looks like when they're doing all this contour all over their face, but she just left it, which was really, it was quite a funny skit. But what you do is you just do right the base, right? So you can see where I put it. You can do as much or as little as you want to. But we do it right here. And then what I do is I don't want it to come down. I want it to be like just worked into my blush. So I just keep it there and then I just work it in. I can do it with the brush too, but it gives me just enough, right? I'm not bringing it down here where it looks like what happens. I'm keeping it right into the area. And this is such a beautiful formulation of being able to manipulate it that you can see natural, not over the top, not a big stripe. Doesn't look like, oh my gosh, you put a ton of contour on. If you wanted to bronze up the whole face and really give warmth to your face, you can go in with the creme brulee. This is my hybrid bronzer. So it has that cream in it. It has the nice bronzy color, but it's not heavy. And you can really bronze up. I've used this on my eyes for eyeshadow. Like I've done a lot of these things. This is why the lives are so great because you get to learn so many different ways to use the product. But this is something that you could go into and really use it like a bronzer, but not feel like, whoa, I just put on so much. It's very forgiving. It's very workable for mature women. So I'm going to just do the bronzer on the other side, just right here. And then if I was using a brush, I just go up just like that. Work it in with your hand a little bit. You have you can see how it gives that really beautiful kind of radiance and glow to the skin, but not greasy, not glossy, not looking like, whoa, what happened? You look like you're a little sweaty. It's nothing like that. So now we don't want to forget the lips. I had a couple options for you. I thought I had my Cameo that I always have, but I brought my organza out and I think we should do organza. I thought it would be pretty. I could use organza as a lipstick also. As you know, I can just fill it all in. I thought too, a great color for you if you're wanting something new, you could do aperitif. It's really pretty. It's really pretty. It's really, if you want like a berry color for the fall, it's a nice color. It's been very popular. This is 1975 that I thought I would go with. You know why it's called 1975. This is my birth year. A little bit darker than Nick Ray. It's really pretty. So I thought that I could go with either one. I think we'll go with 1975. I have my Dream Lip Mask on, but let's do a little rose lip balm. This is a nice hydrator for the lips during the day. So it really nicely, it's fragrance free also. All right, we're gonna do organza. Let's just line the lips like I normally do. Now, if you have fine lines and you're going into fall and you're maybe wanting to experiment with a little bit of a different color, I do have a lip liner called Crystal Clear. It's clear. It's going to give you a border so your lips don't feather out. So you'll find it on the lip liner page. It's a separate from all the colors. It's called Crystal Clear. And I use that also because I have a little bit of fine lines that like to allow the lipstick to go and play with everybody else on my face. So I'm just putting that up a little bit. You know how I like to cause controversy with taking away my Cupid's bow. I don't know, some of the ladies really are upset, but you know what? You can do that. You can take it down. You can do it different each day. So let me just fill it in so you could see if you wanted to do your lip liner as your lipstick, you can do that. Fill it all in. Okay. Now let's do a little 1975. Take some questions on makeup application. This is going going a little bit outside. Are we in the lines? I think so. It could be my needing to wax my lips throwing me off. I can see it. I can see it. I think that's what it is. Need to do a little maintenance. I'm going to put on, there's a couple different things I could put on. See, I think it's like a good, it's not too dark, not too light, kind of coming into the whole scheme here. Cocoa 13 could easily go over this if I wanted to. If I wanted to just kick it up a notch, don't have to if I don't want to. Our new lip gloss called Ignite. Let me show you the difference between the two. I think this is interesting for you to see. Because you know I love Cocoa 13. I love putting it over Nick Ray. Let's give you a, that's Cocoa 13. This is what it looks like. Then I have the Ignite. This is what Ignite looks like. It's more of that cranberry. So you do have a difference between the two. This is so beautiful. I know my mom's going to love that because she was always wearing a cranberry lip and it got too dark for her. Like one time, this was years ago, I was like, oh my gosh, what's happening? What is that color? And she's like, what? I said, I think we need to change it up though. I think that it's a little too dark, like for this, you know, as we're aging. So this is going to bring her back to that beautiful color, but also forgiving, like glossy, pretty, not too dark, not too like, oh no. So when I saw it, I was like, you're going to love this. So I gave her a sample one and she really likes it. So it's nice because you have more of a pink here. You're going to be more into a warmer color with Ignite. You can put it over anything and everything, or you could go in with Manifest and Glow, which is going to be your golden and just giving you that really fresh, just a little bit. I can show you. I don't think you're going to be able to really see it. You see, like it just gives that really, just that extra over any lipstick. It's just really pretty. I put it over so many. So just as kind of like my go-to. If I don't do Cocoa 13, I'm like, you know what? I'll do a little Manifest and Glow. So I'm thinking, what do I want to do? Let me ask you, what do you think I should do? Do you think I should do Cocoa 13, which is going to be more pink? You've seen me a lot with that. Ignite, coming out this fall. We do Ignite, or we could do Manifest and Glow. What do I think we do? Ignite, Manifest and Glow. I see a lot of Ignite. Okay, so we're going to do Ignite. Let me take this off because if I don't take it off on my hand, it will be on my sweater. All right. Here we go. Let's do a little Ignite. Also, you could wear this by itself. This would be a great color just to wear by itself. Let's do a little, it's matching really nicely. There we go. Good choice, ladies. Look how perfect it looks. Let's put the hair down so we look like we're actually, you know, in the groove. Oh, here it is. I was like, where did my Ignite go? All right, let's see if it's coming together. Do we do a nice sculpted fall look? Not too much. Giving some beautiful depth to the cheeks with Classy Peach Glow. Very, very easy, very simple. We have a really interesting eye with the Sweet Carol. I think that it's a really beautiful fall palette. It's a very great transitional because you can do it for spring depending on if you use maybe the first two colors. And then let's just look at it as I say it, Sweet Carol. So you could definitely use the first two if you wanted like that really beautiful spring look. You were kind of, you know, transition from spring, summer into fall with just one color here. That's going to give you really that nice depth, but it's different. It's not a brown, it's not charcoal, it's not dark. You're going to get a really nice option. Matte sheen. So it's like a hybrid. It's really nice. It's the only palette I have that is like that. So I just think that there's so much range with it, as you can see. And then being able to have some creativity where you use, where are we? You use your plum eyeliner on the top and you use your dark chocolate on the bottom, or vice versa. It's up to you. Those are really great things that you can do. You don't have to do plum on the top, plum on the bottom and call it a day and be safe. You can get interesting. You can do different things. So that's what I did on my eyes there. And then brown mascara, really nice. So if you really love a brown mascara, I didn't know I was going to love it as much as I do because I have a lot of range now. I think it's fun to have different colors and not always just have one. So that is really a nice option that's coming out. Also, serum foundation. I think it's a really nice, I have hair on my lips all day today for my haircut. I know you know what that's like, very weird, but I've been pulling it off all day in the car. So serum foundation is a really nice option for you if you haven't experienced that. It's going to be light for you. It's going to be really this really beautiful kind of application. Again, remember, less is more when it comes to the serum foundation. A little bit goes a long way. Also, you can infuse, maybe you want to have your favorite bronzer or something like a glow that you put into it just for a little extra. You can't go too much. You have to be very, very intentional when you're starting to mix things together. But I think it's just a really beautiful application, a beautiful finish to the skin. I've really enjoyed it. I find it's like a very little effort to be able to use a serum foundation or even the BB cream, just depending. But I feel like if you're coming off of like the whole year, like spring, summer, using the BB cream, I think it's going to be a nice switch for you. We do have a new color coming out soon. That will be really nice to add to the collection. So that's something to look forward to. And then putting on the new color with Ignite. Again, you have a lot of options with all the lip liners to be able to use that as a lipstick, not just a lip liner. It's always nice to fill in also because then you always have something on your lips. You can put a gloss over, you could do a lip liner, a lipstick, and a gloss, or you can just do a gloss and no lip liner, no lipstick. Lots of different options depending on what you like to do, but I'm very excited about Ignite coming out. Ignite, I named it that because I feel that you should be igniting your beauty in every decade of your life. You should be always giving yourself inspiration, self-care, just like Bridget's doing, going to New York and being at the Pure Hotel and doing self-care and self-love and being intentional about it. Like that's what she put out to us that she's going to do. That's a really special thing. She's taking time for herself. A lot of us don't do that. A lot of us, put it to the side and don't do the self-care or don't buy the nail polish or the lipstick or do those things. And I think it's really important because if not now, when? That's really, I guess, the question, right? If you're not doing it now, when are you going to do it? So it's like a TED talk I listened to about, having the candle in the closet with the expensive things and never using them. It's like light the candle, enjoy it, pop the champagne. What are you waiting for? Like it doesn't do any good if it's sitting there on the shelf or it's sitting in your closet. Very interesting TED talk. I've shared that with so many people. It's really interesting because it's like, yeah, like you have all these nice things or all these things that you want to do, but when are you going to do them? So I think that's a really great message for tonight about igniting your beauty, igniting your excitement about putting yourself together or feeling good about yourself, feeling confident. I can take questions. We have 16 minutes left, so I can definitely take some questions on the fall look, new products, application techniques that we did tonight. We love to do that. Oh, thank you, Bridget. Let's see. Question from YouTube is concealer or foundation first? Okay, I just saw Cheryl ask what lip liner I'm wearing. I'm wearing Organza tonight, something a little bit different. Okay, so concealer or foundation first? It's a really good question, Alex. It's really up to you. There is no rules about that. So sometimes in my YouTube videos, I've done my foundation and I thought, I don't know how much I really want, so let me just do my foundation. I'll bring it up to here. Does it look like I need to? Then I will go back in with some concealer. It just depends. Sometimes I'll do the concealer and say, you know what? I don't know if I really want to do all of the foundation. I'll conceal and do little spot checks, and then I'm okay. So it doesn't, there is no, you have to do concealer first and then foundation, or foundation first and then concealer. You can do it whatever way you want to, whatever way gives you the best look or the best payout or works the best with your skin. That would be my advice. Let's see, any other questions? All right. I need Katie here reading them off for me. Yes, Karen, we do have the clear lip pencil on sale. I don't know if I linked it. Maybe we can link it. I don't know if I put it on this show because I have to. If I did it, you won't see it on the app or on the website, but it is on the website. Bridget, how do you get rid of the mustache? You wax it. That's what I do. I wax it here at home. There are so many things. If you've been into Ulta, and it's really Ulta recently, they have the waxing department has grown so much, and over the years they've become so sophisticated. I think CVS does too, but there is so much that you can do when it comes to that. That's what I do. I don't think that there's any other great way to do it besides waxing your lip. You've got to know what you're doing. Tons and tons of videos, even including mine, on how to wax your face. I think that's the name of my videos, how to wax your face. So that's how I get rid of mine. As a Greek woman, I have plenty of hair, and I just feel like I keep waxing it every 2 minutes. It's ridiculous. All right, question from YouTube. Can I use too much eye primer? Sometimes I wonder. Yes, I do think you can use too much eye primer because it's a cream product. So if you're using too much, where is it going to go, right? What are you going to do with it? You're going to run into problems. So you can either use your finger, tap into the product, and then press it into the eye. You're just wanting to help with the pigmentation. You are lifting the color. That's the really important thing. So base of the lash line up to the brow bone and work out. It should be a nice thin veil. It shouldn't be thick and heavy. So yes, you could use too much. I think that's where some of the women get into trouble because they feel like they really want to cover it, but you don't need to do that much because you are putting over an eyeshadow. So it's not designed to be used by itself. I know a lot of the ladies will put the Nikita banana over it and that's it, which will work for them. Wonderful. But try to not use that much, just enough. If I'm using the concealer brush, I literally will tap in just like that. And then I'll go to the eye. I start in the middle, I bring it down and into the down. But I don't do too much because you don't need that much. All right. Let's see. What products do you use at night to remove your makeup? Okay, Joy. I use all different types because I definitely am trying a lot of products as an esthetician. I do stick with kind of like a core for most nights. I have, this is a this I've showed you, I really show you the same product all the time. I use Dr. Dennis Gross, almost done. The Alpha Beta, it's the AHA BHA Daily Cleansing Gel. So that's alpha hydroxy and beta hydroxy acid. Really nice. I don't find it to be harsh. It doesn't dry out my skin. Really like this. I like this. I don't know what number pump I'm on for that. I like to use my Clarins toner. I really love this product. I had a little baby one, and then I have this. I have showed you, I have two different essence that I've been liking using. Right now it's the Clé de Peau, and then I bought the Darphin. This is really nice. It's an essence, really hydrates the skin. Great for going into a fall winter season. What else do I use? I've been using this product. I'm hoping I'm still on what you asked me. I'm almost done with this product. This is the Dior. It's really nice. This is a Dior Capture Total Cell Energy. I have this. I feel like it's just enough moisture at night. I don't use it really during the day. If I had to, I still can. It's not too heavy, but I really feel like I get a lot of moisture in there. You know, I always love my Caudalie. I spray this, I spritz this on my face all the time. This is a great one to hydrate the skin. It's really nice, a lot of aromatherapy, lightweight, a nice mister. There's like just like a little, there's like a little rotation. Some nights I'll use a little retinol. Sometimes in the morning I'll use vitamin C. It just really depends. That's why I'm going to be doing some more videos for you on YouTube where we can really break it down. Because my job is to test a lot of products. So I know it can get a little confusing and a little overwhelming. And I think that it'll be a great series to do so we can really get the skincare really solid. Because I think that's really what will allow you to wear less makeup, is when your skin looks amazing and you feel really good about it. All right. What do you like? Okay, Linda, what do you like to layer your Tom Ford ombre leather with? What do I not like to layer it with? I layer it with all of my rose scents. The best is that my Louis Vuitton Les Sables, if that's what I know I'm saying it wrong, but it's in the dark bottle. It's the rose, and I layer that with the Tom Ford leather, and I get so many compliments. I like to put that on first, and then I'll spritz whatever else, and it's just a really interesting combo. I just love how it smells. I don't normally wear it by itself. I'm always layering it in with something, and I think that it's just like, you know, adding on a lip gloss to a lipstick. Whether you know, maybe it's a little bit of a different color. You know, you're creating your own signature, and I think that's why it's kind of interesting and a little bit different. All right, let's see what else we have here. All right, hold on. I got a good one here. Question from YouTube. Okay. Joan says, I have both the matte eyeshadow and cream shadow. Do you use the same shadow brushes for both? I have not done so, thinking I shouldn't because one is cream and one is matte. Yes, I would use two different brushes. I don't have a cream shadow, but you have a both matte eyeshadow and a cream eyeshadow. You know, I'm assuming your cream eyeshadow is in a compact and not a stick, because you're asking about the brush. Yeah, I wouldn't use the same brush because you're going to want to use, so in the cream product, more of a synthetic brush to be able to put that on. But I would use your fingers with the cream eyeshadow, and I would put it on. I feel like you would have more control and it would go into the eye better by using your finger. So in like the compact, and then putting it on, and you could do that. That's what I would do. There is a cream product I just recently got. I think Shanta Kai sent it to me, and it has a little wand. So I'm interested to know well, Joan's over on YouTube, but I'm wondering what product it is, Joan. Because I'm trying to visualize like your cream shadow. I'm assuming it's in a pot. But I would use different brushes, but I would recommend using your finger, because I think that like gives you like the best application when it comes to cream products. Let's see. Oh, you did? Karen, you purchased Tonsi? Yes, I have it here. You know what? They actually just sent me, I just had it. They just sent me, oh, here it is. A new product that they just launched. So I gotta test it out. It came today, but yes, this is a nice super serum that I really like. It's very nice and light, works really well with Nicole Beauty. And you like it, Karen, so that's great. Yeah, I'm working my way through mine, like down to here right now. So it's nice. I do. It's nice and just simple. Peggy, my skin moves all over, especially when I do your hack with eyeliner at the end of my eyelid. Your skin moves all over. Okay, your skin moves all over. Well, your skin's moving. Is the eyeliner moving at the end of your eyelid? Okay, so if your skin's moving and you're trying to do it, I'm thinking, I know what you're talking about. So if you're doing it, so you have maybe more skin and you're trying to do it and it's moving with it, right? Like it's moving and it's not getting there. I would try to stabilize the skin, right? Not pulling, but if your skin's moving, we've got to figure out how we can do, maybe we lift it up a little bit here and we do a little bit like this so the skin's not moving as much and you're able to get that line going there. That would be what I would say. You would have to stabilize where you're not just going like this and trying to, you're moving with the skin. Stabilize it like that and be able to like stretch it just a little bit, not too much, but at least you're able to do it. That would be my suggestion, not being able to see you. Oh, crepey? Oh, Peggy said crepey. Oh, same person, right? Yeah, crepey. Oh, okay. Your eyes are crepey there. Well, listen, we have to just, unfortunately, with the crepiness, we're going to have to work with it and figure out what's going to be the best technique with that. Also, what would be nice, I've told you about the Dr. Perricone eyelid serum that helps with the crepiness and the hydration. It could be something also, granted, it's not going to make the crepiness go away per se, but I'm trying to, without you in front of me and being able to see what we're working with, I would try to say, try to work with the eye, holding it or doing something so you're not just dragging it with the crepiness. That's what I would say. Okay, here we go. Kathy, do you have any new products you're working on skincare? Yes, I am. And it's very interesting, Kathy. It's very challenging. I am working very diligently on everything, but I can't say anything because, timelines and just things that I want to have happen sometimes aren't really realistic or can't happen. So I have to go back to the drawing board, but I'm working on things. So, Cheryl, that's a good idea. I need to make a top skincare video. Probably you're saying top skincare. Yeah, I definitely think so. Yes, the brown mascara, Karen, is coming out. I just don't have a date. I have to just get back into with all the emails and see what's going on. But yes, we have been pushing hard for it. Green eyeliner is coming out any day now. That's a win. Then the brown mascara and then Ignite. I've been pushing hard for those. False lashes, before or after mascara? I would put them on after mascara. Mary, would you share your lifestyle, nutrition, exercise, etc.? Yeah, I have actually over on YouTube. I can do updates on that. I'm working on new content. Bridget's getting the green eyeliner. You guys, ladies, are going to love it. It's wonderful. Thank you. I'm glad you appreciate everything. I hope that you really are just learning and being excited and being able to practice and having great techniques. I'm excited about that. I think you ladies are talking to each other because I see tennis going on, or maybe Bridget knows that I was playing tennis this year and that was my lifestyle part. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe you all are answering each other's questions. Okay, we have a minute left. So, it's just so nice to see you all again tonight. I'm back on the schedule. So, still praying. Yes, Bridget, I am still praying. I did start my Bible study back up again. I know that's not what you're asking. I'm still praying, yes. But I did start my new Bible study, which is Beth Moore. I bought it on Amazon, and I used to do these at my Bible study, but I'm so crazy that I was like, I can't make it. So I'm going to just do it myself. And I love it. I love Beth Moore. She's amazing. So I'm back on the schedule Wednesday nights at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And we have a really great one coming up next. And I'm going to be doing some more style things. We have the holidays coming up, really great things. You can always ask, or you can always email into our customer service if you have really great ideas or you want certain things. We listen to you. Hence, we have the green eyeliner coming out. We have the brown mascara. Everything, you're part of this community. I want to serve you and what you really want to see and what you really need from, the skincare and the makeup and all of the things. So hopefully this is a wonderful time for you and you get a lot out of it. I'm really excited to be back. And you can hear my friend, she's like, Mom, time to go. You've been on for a long enough time. 35 seconds left, ladies. Thanks so much. Remember to use the code FALL tonight. You get 15% off for 24 hours. I will be back. I'll be on YouTube. I have lots of videos already scheduled, working very hard before I left. So you will have a lot of information, and I'm back on social. So until next Wednesday, or until I see you over on Instagram or TikTok, I will see you later. Thanks so much for being here tonight, ladies. I'll see you later.